You just rescued two astronauts that have been in space for 286 days. They were only supposed to be there 8. You helped the people in North Carolina, Tennessee, California. You have, I think, the most creative and innovative car on the market. You created Starlink for communications that's used by hundreds of countries. You're working on helping the blind see and all of these other things. Is it really come down to the basic, you're aligned with President Donald Trump, who also is a friend of mine, and that you have identified well over $100 billion in waste, fraud, abuse that our federal government never should have been spending? Is that what it comes down to?
Yeah, it turns out when you take away people's the money they're receiving fraudulently, they get very upset, and they basically want to kill me because I'm stopping their fraud.
Boom.
You can see there on your screen continuing to monitor progress of the Dragon spacecraft.
Look at this.
And we're going to stand by for splashdown located in the Gulf of America, off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida.
Yes, Florida, my favorite state. Let me tell you something, man. Elon out here saving astronauts.
And
he's out here saving astronauts.
Crew
Look at
9
this.
back on Earth.
Elon Musk, man, is a hero. This man went into outer space and saved these astronauts, and we should all be thankful. Elon Musk had proposed this to the Biden administration before. For whatever reason, they said, no, we good. We're just going to leave them in space. That didn't sit right with President Trump. President Trump said, hey, Elon, we need you to go up there and save our people. Elon said, okay, I got you. I got you, President Trump. I'm going to go ahead and send one of my rocket ships up there, and I'm going to save these people. And this is exactly what he did, and he should be celebrated. Elon Musk should be celebrated. He is my favorite African American. I got Elon, man. I'm Team Elon, and I think it's embarrassing, and I just think that, man, this is shameful that people would be bombing his company, Tesla, EV stations, right? The electric charging stations, bombing his Tesla dealerships, the cars, verbally attacking people who own Teslas. I mean, to me, it is ridiculous. And I know that there's going to be some people out there, they're just going to believe headlines, and they're, I don't know, they're crazy. They're going to do crazy things like this. But I think it's much deeper than that. I think it's a coordinated attack. I think someone or an organization is funding this. It makes sense. And I know that there's some information out there that says, hey, there's supposedly a Democratic organization that's funding these attacks. I'm sure all of this is going to come to light, and I'm hoping that the people that are responsible for this, I hope they get prison time. So, yeah, man, let's take a look at our brother, Elon Musk.
As I said in my opening monologue earlier today, SpaceX successfully completed its rescue of 2 astronauts who spent 9 months stranded in space. They were only supposed to be there 8 days. SpaceX founder, chief engineer, CEO Elon Musk, he now joins us for an exclusive interview. Elon, first of all, what a triumph to the human spirit, human ingenuity, engineering. First of all, on behalf of, I know, many people in this audience, thank you for what you did for those astronauts today.
Thank you.
How were you feeling, throughout the day? I mean, I know I felt butterflies in my stomach, and I rarely feel them.
Well, I'm actually usually a little nervous about these returns because there's always some risk that something could go wrong. But thanks to the excellent work of the SpaceX team working with NASA, the astronauts are now safely home. And so congratulations to the SpaceX and NASA teams on excellent work, and a huge note of appreciation to President Trump for prioritizing and expediting their returns.
I'm only going to ask you one political question, just for clarification purposes only. I don't think this should really be a political night. I think this is, a moment where the country should celebrate. the fact that you were able to rescue them, that it happened successfully in spite of the difficulty, the challenges, and the danger. But I just want to clarify on the issue of whether or not you had offered to send this rocket to space to rescue these astronauts sooner to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I heard somebody earlier today say, in fact, that didn't happen when I believe it did.
No, we definitely offered to return the astronauts earlier. There's no question about that. The astronauts were only supposed to be there for 8 days, and they've been there for almost 10 months. So obviously that doesn't make any sense. SpaceX could have brought the astronauts back after a few months at most, and we made that offer to the Biden administration. It was rejected for political reasons, and that's just a fact.
You know, what you were able to accomplish today really is just fascinates me. I'm interested in every aspect of it. I think, you know, it was pretty public that I bought one of your Teslas. I don't like the way that people, and by the way, it's like the greatest car ever invented. It really is. And I'm not just saying that. It's self-driving. It's got 1,000 horsepower. It goes from 0 to 60 in 0.2 seconds. It's
2
the
seconds.
Most American.
2 seconds.
Okay.
2 seconds.
Zero,
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry, not 0.
Yeah.
It goes in 0 to 60 in 2.0 seconds.
At that point, I think it would kill you basically if it went that fast.
It would kill. That's true.
But it's pretty fast. That's for sure. It's faster than a Ferrari, for example. Yeah.
No, I watched it beat my Z06. I'm like, I thought that was the greatest muscle car. No, it's not. I watched the S-Plaid beat it. You're into robotics, AI. You are working with Neuralink so the blind can see and people with spinal cord injuries may one day walk. You help people in North Carolina. You help people in California when they have no communications. And I watch all of this and I have to ask, why? Why do I see people like I woke up this morning and saw that Teslas were put ablaze in one of your dealerships in Vegas? I've seen this happen all over the country. Bullets are being fired. Charging stations are put ablaze. Teslas are being put ablaze. You have experienced assassination, threats of assassination for you and your family. What have you done that warrants this? Because
Nothing.
I see nothing that you have done except help our country.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's really come as quite a shock to me that there's this level of really hatred and violence from the left. I always thought the left, or Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring, and yet they're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're firing bullets into dealerships, they're just, smashing up Teslas. Tesla is a peaceful company. We've never done anything harmful. I've never done anything harmful. I've only done productive things. So I think we just have a deranged, there's some kind of mental illness thing going on here, because this doesn't make any sense.
I agree with Elon, man. Elon has done nothing but try to enhance humanity. And this is the way he gets paid back. There's something that's, I don't know. I don't believe it's just regular, American citizens or people that are just going out here and doing this. This seems more planned and coordinated. Maybe, you might have your exceptions, right? But I think this is planned and coordinated, man. I think that there is some type of organization behind this that's funding this. To me, it's nefarious, man. I hope these people, I hope they all go to prison.
Yeah, and I think there are larger forces at work as well. I mean, I don't know who's funding it and who's coordinating it, because this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this.
You actually tweeted out, and I'll put it on the screen, the level of violence is insane. It is deeply wrong. Tesla just makes electric cars and has done nothing to deserve these evil attacks.
Facts.
You just rescued two astronauts that have been in space for 286 days. They were only supposed to be there 8. You help the people in North Carolina, Tennessee, California. You have, I think, the most creative and innovative car on the market. You created Starlink for communications that's used by hundreds of countries. You're working on helping the blind see and all of these other things. Is it really come down to the basic, you're aligned with President Donald Trump, who also is a friend of mine, and that you have identified well over $100 billion in waste, fraud, abuse that our federal government never should have been spending? Is that what it comes down to?
Yeah, it turns out when you take away people's, what the money they're receiving fraudulently, they get very upset, and they basically want to kill me because I'm stopping their fraud.
Boom. And it's just that simple. He is cutting off the money. He's cutting off the money. And, I've been listening to a lot of people's theories on this. The obvious effects it will have on the Democratic Party by cutting off all of this, their ATM. This is the Democrats' ATM, man. The left's ATM, the links that these people will go to try to stop this man. And the only thing that they are doing is showing us, the American public, where our money is going, and wasteful spending and quite possibly criminal activity that's happening with our money. We got people enriching themselves with our money. And I can't believe that you have citizens here that's okay with that. I mean, I don't personally know any. I talk to a lot of friends and family and friends that are like family, and everyone agrees with Doge. Like, look, I want to know where my money's going, and I don't agree with almost everything that I'm seeing. Like, wow, I can't believe taxpayer money is going to this thing and that thing and this surgery and, things that sound crazy. So you're shipping our money abroad, and somehow, in some cases through NGOs, getting money back and enriching yourselves with taxpayer money. I mean, to me, I think these people should be thrown in prison. I really hope that there is this investigation into all of it, man. And I hope that these people who have stolen taxpayer money, I hope they go to prison.
And they want to hurt Tesla because we're stopping this terrible waste and corruption in the government. And, I guess they're bad people. Bad people will do bad things.
Well, I know that overall, financially, in the end, yes, they can hurt you, but the people that they'll end up hurting are the people that work in your dealerships that may risk losing their job. Yep. The people that they may end up hurting are the people that work on the line and build the Teslas. They're going to be the ones hurt. And that to me is despicable on their part, just because they might have a political difference or perceived political difference. Let me ask you this.
And these are American citizens, ladies and gentlemen. These are American citizens that could potentially lose their jobs. And I mean, who knows, man? If it goes too far, somebody could get hurt. This is the way you this is the way you protest. This is what you do when people don't align with your thinking. You go out and you destroy property and potentially destroy American citizens' jobs. You destroy an American company. This is what you want to do? This is an American company, idiot.
I think this is pretty important. The average American makes $66,000 a year. We're close to $40,000 in debt. You said to me in our last interview, we won't have a country unless we fix it now. Can you explain why this is so important that we identify all this waste?
Yes, the government the government waste and fraud is so high that it's causing a $2 trillion annual deficit. So that's $2,000 billion of waste and fraud that's happening. And the cost of our debt has gotten so high that just the interest payments on the debt exceed the entire military budget. And it was just growing out of control. So the country was going bankrupt. It's just, a country is no different from a person. If a country overspends and doesn't spend wisely, just like a person, a country will go bankrupt. So the reason I'm here is because I'm very worried about America going bankrupt due to the corruption and waste. And if we don't do something about it, the ship of America is going to sink. And we're all on that ship.
Right.
And this may be a message to, people out there who have, are wealthy, have a lot of means, or control companies. It's like, just remember, we're all in ship America here. Your company is not going to exist if the ship of America sinks. And we should do everything we possibly can to ensure that America is strong for far into the future.
And for doing that, we're all sunk. And for doing that, you should not have your company be a victim of domestic terrorism. If I may, one last question. When I interviewed you and President Trump together, one of the questions I asked both of you was, are you aware that there are groups that want to separate you, groups that would like to divide you, groups that would like to see you not work together? I feel it's stronger than it's ever been. Do you get the same sense?
I think they're getting desperate because, the reason we're seeing this extreme amount of hatred and violence is because we're actually succeeding in getting rid of corruption and waste. If we weren't succeeding in getting rid of corruption and waste, they wouldn't care. But we are succeeding. Without President Trump, this would be impossible. So I'd just like to say, it's only possible with this president. And we've got this narrow window of opportunity with a House, Senate, and a popular vote, and really we're just implementing the will of the people. And we've got this window where we can finally take corrective action. We can fix the government, fix the country, and create a great future. And again, that's only possible because of President Trump. Well, I can't say enough good things about him.
I'm kind of supportive too. I'm pretty well known for my support of him. As you might know, but for good reason, and for all the reasons you're saying. I want to save our country. We can't rob from our kids and grandkids, and we can't put all that debt on them. And you're right, none of us will have any business opportunities because there won't be any money, there won't be any freedom, there won't be an economy. Thank you for what you did today. I know I speak for a lot of people when I say that. And on the other side of it, your company being a victim of domestic terrorism, I can't say that I'm sorry enough. We need to get these people that are responsible for this, and you should not have to live through that. Your workers should not have to live through that. Your company and this country should not have to live through that.
Thanks.
And I hope we get to the bottom of it.
Thank you.
And by the way, I'm excited about my S-Plaid. It's the best car I've ever driven, by
it's a great
far.
Car.
It is a great car.
It's what I drive actually every day.
Nice car.
It's a great car.
Is that right?
I kind of made the car that I wanted to drive, so that's why I like it. And that's.
Well, I've got mine on Hannity.com. People can go take a look. We appreciate you being with us, Elon Musk. Thank you and congratulations and thank you.
As you can see there.
Unbelievable, man.
Here on your screen, we can see
saving
dolphins,
astronauts,
actually, who want to come and play
this man's a hero.
With Dragon. Now, one
Elon
of the
Musk is an
fast
American
boats
hero.
there in place, working to assist the recovery team member. Oh, looks like we're getting our next crew member here. That is none other than Sunny Williams. Big smile, big waves. She, like her other crew members, now will be assisted onto the mobility aid.
There we have it, some waves, some thumbs up, and some smiles.
Look at
and
this.
Of course, that leaves NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore
Yes. I know their
inside
families are
Dragon
happy.
in seat 4. We're getting some views of him now as he egresses or exits the spacecraft.
Once
Nice.
again, some
Look at this.
elation and cheers there from
Thank you,
Butch
Elon Musk.
Wilmore.
So let's take a look at X, man. A company that's owned by Elon Musk. Let's take a look at what some of the people on X have to say about what's happening with Elon and Tesla. If you take a look here, I'm on Elon's page, man. This person here posted about a gentleman by the name of Rick Wilson is explicitly calling on Americans to kill Tesla, save the country, urging direct attacks against the company. And you take a look. It's got that. That was that incident where someone had the Cybertruck and they blew it up in front of the Trump Tower. You know, if you take a look here, it says attack. Elon has a weak spot. Attack. I mean, this is what it's come down to, ladies and gentlemen. Attacking an American company. Take a look here. Political blasphemies, which is a great that's a great name actually. Political blasphemies. We are not the same. The left is burning Teslas. Elon is saving humans stranded in space. That's true. Oh man, let's see. I know there was. I have yet to see this interview. I got this on my. To-do list. Elon Musk. I sleep for about 6 hours on average, and I work almost every waking hour. I don't have social dinners really. I literally just will have lunch and dinner during meetings and continue. I mean, the man is a workaholic. He's a workaholic, man. Let's take a look. This right here, of course, this is the astronauts, man, that are in the Gulf of America. I love it, man. Look at this, man. Astronauts trapped in orbit for 9 months finally return home. They came from outer space. I love it. I love it. Elon. Let's take a look, man. This man is doing his best to save humanity, and he's doing his best to save American taxpayers' dollars with DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, of course, at the behest of Donald Trump. And people are upset. I don't know. I personally believe that there is a nefarious, evil organization behind this, man. Somebody is funding this. Somebody is funding these attacks on Tesla. I mean, take a look at this, man. This is ridiculous. Something is deeply rotten about the Democrats. Look, not a single Democrat in Congress has condemned the terror attacks on Tesla or the attempted murder of conservatives via swatting. I'm just hearing about what swatting is. I think that's horrible too, man. I just learned about what the hell swatting was over the last week, I believe. And I'm like, dude, how horrible and evil of a human being do you have to be to do stuff like this and then set people up for swatting, basically set people up to potentially get killed. This is incredible, man. This is I don't know. It's embarrassing, man. As an American citizen, it's embarrassing, and you know it makes you lose faith in humanity, man. It really does. But I think there's something. I think there's something bigger than what Elon Musk and DOGE and Donald Trump has found so far. I think there's more. I think there's more crime. There's more corruption. There's more money that has been stolen from the American citizens. And I think they're over the target. I believe this is the reason why they are so upset and they are trying to stop Elon. Don't get it twisted. They want Elon to stop. That's all this is about. I believe all this stuff ends if Elon Musk says, hey, I throw in the towel. I'm done. I'm done with DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. I'm not doing it anymore. I think all this attack stops. He's over the target. They are over the target. I just can't wait to see how much more they find. Keep digging, Elon. Don't give up. There's plenty of people that support you. Plenty of people that support you and President Trump. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you.
Well, and we were talking about what would be the food you would want, and you just mentioned that the daughter baked Butch a pecan pie. Wilmore has a wife and 2 children. He missed most of his younger daughter's senior year in high school. He missed his elder daughter and her sophomore year in college. And he said his younger daughter was tough, but she told him, Dad, I didn't know how much I needed you until you were gone, which just gets me right there. As somebody who's got kids, you want to think about what it would be like. This gives them a chance to start
Like a
over.
second
They're going to
chance.
fly to Houston today and be reunited, which is good news because Butch, when he was up there, he could see Hurricane Beryl, and he saw the storm go through Houston, and it blew a bunch of shingles off his house. And now he can go fix his house.
He was watching.
He was watching.
from above.
We're glad to have him
Someone
back
else was
home.
watching
Glad they're
from
back.
above because they made it home safely.
That's right.
I'm glad the astronauts are back. He got a little emotional at the end. You could tell he has kids. You know, people who have children, who have kids. It's amazing, man, how much you really appreciate you appreciate your loved ones, man. When I don't know if there's a situation where you can't see them, or I mean even with business travel. I mean, I guess that's business travel going to space, man. I guess it's their business travel. But I'm just talking about like regular business travel. It's amazing how much you miss your family, man. You miss your kids. Like, damn, you know. So I can imagine that was them being these people being reunited with their family. I could have just imagined, man, the emotions that they're probably just overwhelmed with emotion. Thank you, President Donald John Trump. Promises made, promises kept. Thank you so much. Thank you, Elon Musk, man. We appreciate you, man. You are my favorite African American. Thank you for all your innovative companies and all of the great things that you do for humanity. Thank you so much. And thank you for Doge, man, Department of Government Efficiency. You got these people on the ropes. They are upset. Just make sure you keep digging, man. Keep digging because you're over the target. I think there's bigger things to come. I really do. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. They're going to expose more corruption with Doge. This is the reason why they're amplifying their attacks on Elon Musk.